Today we will discuss the development of the Soviet Sambo from 1945, from the end of the World War II, all the way to the end of the USSR. After the World War II, Борьба Вольного стиля had its name officially changed to Sambo. In the 1949, due to the efforts of Anatoly Kharlampiev, the first ever book about Sambo was released, and it remained as the only instruction manual for a long time. Because of the costly Soviet victory, the rise in the national pride was inevitable. The USSR wanted Sambo to be practiced by as many people as possible, especially the youngsters, since they were the future of the country. The idea was to build a strong population with a warrior mindset, who would know how to defend themselves, their loved ones, and their country. This was also the time when this discipline was officially split into two rather different currents: Спортивное Sambo, which can be translated as sports-oriented Sambo, and Боевое Sambo, which is also known as Военно-прикладное Sambo, which can be translated as Sambo for the military purposes. The former one was completely open to the public and designed mainly for the competition and physical education. The latter one, however, was completely closed off and only available to the elite police and military forces. Anatoly Kharlampiev has actually participated in the development of the both currents. Because of the completely different development, combat Sambo is a very vast topic and it needs a special attention. So I would like to create a separate video going into all of its intricacies, development, influences, and modern day reality. Now returning to its competitive version. In order to popularize its competitive version, Kharlampiev propagated to the young people to try to encourage at least 3 of their friends to sign up to their local gyms. However, due to the difficult recovery years following the devastating war that has taken lives of around 26 million Soviet citizens, the initial growth was very slow. In 1952, according to the Soviet official statistics, there were only around 4,000 active students and only around 50 active coaches in the entire country. However, it all started to change when Sambo has seen its first international debut in 1957, when the Soviet athletes competed against a Judo team from Hungary. Although the competition was indeed international, Hungary at the time was also a communist country and a part of the Eastern Bloc. In that first international competition, the Soviet team had a dominant victory of 47-1, and after just 2 years the Soviet team repeated the same result against the team from the East Germany. With time, thanks to the economic recovery and to the official endorsements, Sambo has officially reached over 80,000 practitioners by 1965. However, considering the size and population of the USSR, it still was a relatively small number. But once the United World Wrestling Federation, also known as FILA, has officially proclaimed Sambo as an international sport in 1966, it really boosted its prestige and popularity both nationally and abroad. Interestingly, when Judo became an official Olympic discipline in 1961, the Soviet Sports Committee had to improvise and push their Sambo practitioners to represent their country in the Judo competitions in 1964. During the time of preparations, the Soviet team has easily scored victories against the Czechoslovakia national Judo team and have defeated France, who were the European Judo champions at the time. During the Olympics, strictly competing by the Judo rules, the Soviet Sambo representatives have scored 4 bronze medals on their first try, which at least in my opinion is very impressive. Well, actually many countries were impressed by the Soviet performance in Judo, including Japan. As a result of that, Japan has acted quickly and created the first Japanese Sambo Federation the very next year, in 1965. The next decade was crucial for cementing this discipline in the international competitive arena. In 1972, in Riga, kicks off the first European Sambo Championship, and the very next year, Tehran hosts the World Championship. USSR dominates both of these competitions, taking most of the gold medals. Due to that and its rising international prestige, in 1981, for the very first time, Sambo has become the main event of the South American Bolivarian Games. The growth has really picked up during this period, and the very first female championships soon followed. However, it wasn't until 1983 when the blockbuster Soviet action movie called Непобедимый, which can be translated as Unbeatable, came to the national cinemas. The movie was about the young years of Anatoly Kharlampiev, and his journey around the USSR in search for the best fighting techniques. The romanticism and manliness of such a film motivated a lot of young people to sign up. As for me, I love this movie. The action is not really spectacular compared to the Hollywood flicks, but the romanticism of the solitary journey in the unknown lands and remote villages is very alluring, and the atmosphere is captured in my opinion extremely well. If you understand Russian, I would truly recommend you to check it out. Unfortunately, in 1990s, the growth of Sambo has suddenly hit a wall that is still trying to break to this day. With the fall of prohibition on East Asian martial arts, Sambo has been overshadowed by arts such as karate, aikido, and wushu. This happened mostly because these arts have been officially prohibited for such a long time in the USSR that their hype has been inflated to unimaginable heights. So guys, what unique aspects of Sambo do you like if compared to other similar arts such as Judo or Greco-Roman wrestling? Do you think it needs more global recognition in the competitive arena? Please let me know in the comments below. So guys, see you in my next video. Remember to stay strong, stay healthy, and to never neglect knowledge. Peace out.